was The Holiday Engagement.
Oh, I watched all of The Holiday Engagement. It was a very cute little movie. It basically reminded me a lot of The Proposal, except it's not nearly as funny. But yeah, it's basically about a girl who's going home to see her family for the holidays, and she has to hire someone to be her fiance because he initially broke up with her. And then the twist is that the fiance shows back up. So, yeah, it was cute. It was a cute little movie. But yeah, it was kind of predictable, but I liked it. Elf! That's the movie I just watched. It is loud, slightly obnoxious, but has some of the most quotable lines in a movie you will ever see. If for some reason you have never seen Elf, which is very odd, it is a story about a baby who snuck into Santa's bag and was raised by elves. He gets old enough and decides that he wants to find his real dad. And his name is Buddy, and he ventures to New York City to find him and enjoy a life that is there for him, only to remember that his heart is truly with the elves back at Santa's workshop. So, it's a really good movie. I recommend it. I just found this YouTube channel that has 3.5 hours of old Nickelodeon TV shows.
Really cold.
So that was really cute. It's a good reminder to always be nice, or you might get a lump of coal. And don't forget, Santa's watching everything you do. He might even surprise you.
Tonight's movie is Christmas Comes But Once a Year. It's one of my faves.
So Christmas Comes But Once a Year is the movie we watched tonight. It's one of my all-time favorites. It's, I think you can find it on YouTube is where I typically find it. It's only like 8.5 minutes long. And it's just this cute little movie about these kids that are in an orphanage. And they wake up on Christmas morning and all their toys break. And some random man hears them crying. And he makes them a whole bunch of toys out of some of the kitchen appliance stuff. Like out of like plates and spoons and all kinds of stuff. And then he dresses up as Santa and gives it all out to them. It's super cute. Highly recommend it. I watch it at least once every Christmas. It was a cute little movie. It was called My Dad's Christmas Date. His 16-year-old daughter signs him up on a bunch of dating websites, but they weren't free and they cost a lot of money. Anyways, and she tries to find him a date for the holiday season. And it turns out that he's still grieving from becoming widowed 2 years ago. And it's really hard for him. And him and his daughter have a really rocky relationship. But they discover all they need is each other. So yeah, it's really cute. It's a little strange, I'm not going to lie. It's a little odd, but it's really good. This is Wham's Last Christmas. Wham, Last Christmas Unwrapped, is basically about telling the story of when George Michael was back at his family's home in his childhood bedroom, and he wrote Last Christmas, or he wrote like the main part of it. And then it retells the story 40 years later with all the people that were involved in the video. And they go back to the mountains and they like re-experience it with all the memories all over again. And it's just a super cute, reminiscent thing. I really liked it. I also like documentaries, so that might be part of my issue. But it was really good. Like, really good. I recommend you watch it because everyone knows the song Last Christmas. What's Christmas if you didn't watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? It's loud, it's obnoxious, it's hilarious. It's basically about this family who thinks they're getting this really nice Christmas bonus, and they decorate their house all big and fancy because they have family coming in. Then they no longer get their Christmas bonus, and they're upset about it, and they're having to figure out what they're going to do about Christmas. And then their cousin shows up, and he's living out of an RV, and that becomes a whole scene in itself. The lights don't light up properly, the cat's half dead, and Grandma talks about how Grace was a wonderful woman at the dinner table. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it because it is weird and cringy and funny, and it's just kind of a holiday classic that makes you thankful that your family's pretty normal. And I thought I would end off the Christmas movie watching with my all-time favorite Christmas movie, Mickey Mouse's Christmas Carol. It's been my favorite my whole life. I adore this movie. I used to watch it all the time with my grandma. And there is, at one point, it's the ghost of Jacob Marley. And I loved the name Marley so much that I started calling my grandmother Ma Marley. I don't know, I just thought the name was funny, and it kind of stuck and became our thing. She used to sign all my cards, Love Ma Marley. It was like our thing. I'm not even kidding. If you've never seen it, it's basically the retelling of the Charles Dickens Christmas Carol, but this one is told through Disney characters with a bit of Disney charm. It starts off with Scrooge forcing Bob to work all day, and he agrees to give him a half day off on Christmas. And then in the night, he is visited by Jacob Marley, his old partner. He's also visited by some ghosts. These ghosts take him and they show him the past, and then they take him and they show him the present. And in the present, he sees that Bob and his family have very little. And in the end, his heart changes and everything's warm. But if you've never seen it, highly recommend it. It's great for children. It teaches a beautiful little story about how money's not everything, but family and Christmas is.